Pearce to start off this basketball game. It's going to be an intense defensive battle between these two teams as a shot is well contested. No good by Braden Brown. Here comes Trinity the other way. Quickly down the lane, slashing to the basket. Shot up, no good. Securing the rebound is Sterling Hopkins. Hopkins surveying the floor, getting the high ball screen. Nice zip pass. Kick out. Pearce turning down the three-point try, attacking the basket. No good. Dominique Jackson looks to go in transition. Lob. There's a lob. No good, just mishandled it as he was trying to throw it down. Athletic play there by Tyreek Smith. Three-point try from the corner is good by Sterling Hopkins. They found him open in that opposite corner. He connects. Trinity patiently operating on offense. Isaiah Range for three, no good. Loose ball tipped out to Tyreek Smith. He has definitely made an impression on this game so far. Trinity again being patient on offense, getting a high ball screen for Dominique Jackson. Jackson gets that pass deflected out of bounds, still Trinity ball. Dominique Jackson once again operating against that high ball screen. Shot from the corner, three-point try is no good. Good look there by Jordan Berry. And Jeff, he might have got away with the travel there.
Oh, most definitely. He missed out on that one, Brandon.
Ball gets deflected, out of bounds, stays with Pearce. Pearce ball. As the Mustangs will inbound underneath their own basket. Jack Line will throw it into Drew Timey. Will start backing down the defender. Powers it up. Oh, and just before he got that shot off, he must have shuffled his feet. Impressive offensive presence to back down his defender, but he just couldn't get the shot off in time. So here we go, Trinity pulling the trigger, and there's a block. Drew Timey on the closeout there on the three-point attempt, blocked it from the corner. They try to lob it inside, pass gets deflected out of bounds, loose ball, ends up in the hands of Richardson Pearce. They slow it up. Drew will survey the floor. Big man looked to shuffle his feet, a little up and under move. Pretty fancy, unable to go off the glass and finish. Good hustle to the court. Pearce getting rid of it, getting out of the lane to avoid the 3-second call. Gets up, shoots a three from the corner. A little bit rushed as both teams got that pregame jitters. A little bit off the mark here to start this game. Richardson will inbound it and reverse it. Get some weak ball screens. They lob it up for Drew. Bad pass, but off the glass, they're able to recover. Step back three-point try is no good. A lot of individual ball to start this basketball game.
Yeah, I think everybody's looking at the key matchup with number 2 for Richardson Pearce and Tyreek Smith and Trinity Christian.
Should be an exciting matchup here today between those two players. So we'll keep an eye out on them. Trinity with the ball. Personal foul will go against Richardson. And with 4:20 to play here in the first quarter, Richardson up 3-0. Trinity looking to feed it inside. And there's a steal off the entry pass. Hopkins got away with another travel. Will penetrate down the lane, kick out three-point try for Jack Line is no good. And here comes range the other way. Full head of steam, pulls up and knocks down the jumper. Nice look there by Isaiah Range. Now Trinity comes out in a half-court trap, and they nearly force the turnover. Trap their man in the corner. Richardson able to get rid of it. Good head fake. Goes baseline penetration. Reverse layup is no good. And Tyreek Smith will bring it up. Big man has handles.
Oh, yes, sir. He developed that over within the last 2 years. He's pretty much what you consider a gym rat.
That's what it takes to be good at this level. As scoop shot, no good. Dominique Jackson tried to absorb the contact. Chunked it off the backboard, no good, out of bounds. Still Trinity ball. And the pass out from out of bounds is just thrown away. Richardson with the bug post move, but Tyreek Smith pins it off the glass. Impressive block there, as Drew Time didn't see him coming. And an offensive foul call, player control. And this will go against number 4, Jordan Cox, as he looked to penetrate baseline and skip it up top for the open man. But a lot of players really struggle with that jump stop under control with regaining, though, their momentum. And they usually cascade into the defender and pick up that personal foul.
Almost definitely. You have to have court awareness pretty much once you're doing the jump stop and have your balance.
There's a steal by Jordan Cox in transition. Picks up the foul call, and he was shooting. So Jordan Cox will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Foul is on Jack Line, number 5, on Richardson.
Been a pretty sloppy game so far this first quarter, just 3-2 with 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter.
That seems like it's just been the opening tip, but yeah, as you mentioned, only 2:38 remaining, or 2:28 remaining in the first quarter for our score to be stuck at 3-2.
Oh, yes, sir. There's been a lot of bad shots taken, bad shot selection. Trinity gets the ball in transition but can't convert off the missed shots.
And both free throws missed by Jordan Cox. So stuck at 3-2. Richardson trying to move the ball in the perimeter. Looking for the big man. We got a timeout. Looks like number 1 for White picked up a wet spot there on the court. So they're going to go ahead and good heads-up play by the official. And Dominique Jackson to go ahead and alert the official they got a wet spot on the court. So with 2:11 remaining here in the first quarter, Richardson up 3-2 over Trinity. It seems like whichever team can get their rhythm going the quickest will have a great opportunity to take command of this game.
The game first and control the flow of the game. Pretty much who can score off of the missed shots. And the foul count is low, so the refs are pretty much allowing them to play 2-1 foul count.
Trinity now sagging in a 2-3 zone. Richardson looking to attack the gaps. They flash their big man to the high post. 3-point attempt on the way, no good. Weak side rebound secured by Jackson. They look to take it the length of the floor, go off the glass, avoid the defender. Could have picked up that offensive foul, but good body control to avoid that defender and go off the glass and complete the play. And a foul call in favor of Drew Timey, who was able to get a step, flashes to the balls, and gets fouled in the process. Richardson looking for an opportunity to inbound it, just avoiding the 5-second violation and chuck it near mid-court. And the big man, 6'11" post, operating at the top of the key, takes it down the lane, uncontested, lays it up and in. Timmy with the finish. Trinity dribbles in, kick out. Deep three by Smith, no good.
You know, that's a part of his game I think he needs to develop more as far as having a three ball.
Yeah, that perimeter game would definitely be a compliment to the 6'9" forward. As Richardson goes down the lane, loses the handle. Thought it got deflected away. Here comes Trinity off to the races. They've got numbers. And he throws it away. Richardson going the other direction. He doesn't have numbers, so he slows it down and dishes it off. And Timmy with the finish. Drew Timmy goes glass, making it look easy. 6'11" post. Able to cut straight down the lane. And the reach and foul, able to lay it up and finish for a 7-4 lead for Richardson over Trinity. And as you mentioned, a great battle here between Drew Timmy and Tyreek Smith, both juniors.
Class of 2019, so they have a very exciting class, along with Isaiah Range and also Avery Anderson from Justin Northwest. So a very exciting class for 2019.
Drew Timmy will get a quick breather. And Will Bartnick will come into the game. So here's Isaiah Range bringing it up the court. Calls out the set. And they'll give it to the low block. Posting up is Dominique Jackson. He splits the defenders and goes glass and finish. Strong finish from Jackson. Good ball movement to avoid the half-court trap of Trinity. Penetration shot no good. Well contested, and Trinity cannot get a shot up in time, but at the end of one, our score, Richardson 9 and Trinity 6. Excuse me, 8-6. That's an impressive start to the game here from both teams, playing solid defense, but sloppy overall for both teams.
Well, they're forcing each other to pretty much shoot bad shots, and so they're actually limiting the second chance points. But neither team can convert in transition off of the defensive rebound.
What do you think Trinity needs to do to get that ball out in transition and give their big man an opportunity to get some open looks?
I would say go inside out, overload the weak side, play two-man game with either Isaiah Range, Tyreek Smith in the post, or either Dominique Jackson or Tyreek Smith in the post.
And at the same time, Trinity has been in a half-court trap. You feel like they'll make any defensive adjustments as well?
I would say I would stick with the man. They have to rotate better instead of chasing the ball.
I'd have to agree. Pearce have been looking to feed it to Drew Timmy, and they've been able to find him cutting through the basket on occasion. So that's going to be important for them to kind of keep eyes on him. He's been able to work really well away from the ball and get open, cutting to the basket.
And he's pretty much comfortable once he gets the ball. They're not sending the second man at him. They're not helping. So I would say make him uncomfortable, get him out of his comfort zone.
Back to action now. Richardson with an 8-6 lead over Trinity. And a deflection there. Richardson taking it headstrong into Isaiah Range. Getting the finish is Sterling Hopkins. He denied the passing lane and got the steal, and quickly in transition, opening up the second quarter. Takes on the defender and lays it off the glass and in. It goes to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play.
In a situation like that, I would say don't foul him. Give him a layup, get it out quick. We go down, get a bucket in transition. That way it's basket for basket. It saves you a personal foul and a team foul.
It's true. It gives them a little bit more momentum as well. As Trinity, long shot, long rebound. But Drew Timmy with another block. And out in transition, again, is Sterling Hopkins. Getting 4 quick points for his team to open up the second quarter for a 12-6 lead. And as you talked about, Jeff, some of those missed shot opportunities creating baskets for the other team. Trinity with the ball in the post. Good cross-court kick out. Open three-point attempt is off the front of the iron. No good. And Drew Timme taking himself, stepping through, and slamming it home. 2-point jam. And a timeout by Trinity Christian.
Came out on a 6-0 run within the first minute of the second quarter.
Drew Timme rebounding that blocked long three-point shot. And in transition, stepped through defenders. And that's just a definition of Trinity Christian not getting back and defending on defense.
Pretty much their coach was pretty much upset. He pointed out 3 players who were trailing the ball and didn't cross half court until after the bucket was made.
That's true. Coach Ray Wilkerson of Trinity was pretty irate calling that timeout. And you can understand why.
Oh, most definitely. They scored 3 buckets straight in transition, which is pretty much what they were doing in the first quarter, but now they're converting the bucket in transition.
Yeah, you get back and you play solid defense the entire first quarter, only giving up 9 points overall. And now here to open up the second quarter, you give 3 transition layups for easy baskets. So Trinity with possession. Dominic Jackson utilizes that high ball screen, short little floater. Here comes Drew Timme, taking it himself in transition. Somehow he got that pass across court. Skips it out for 3, no good.
Now I would say Trinity should slow it down once they get the rebound because they're not converting too many buckets in transition. But now they proved me wrong.
There's a big slam by Tyreek Smith with the finish. Throws it down with authority from Dominique Jackson. And looked like it could have been a kick ball anytime it hits their leg intentionally, but maybe it wasn't intentional by Trinity. He was just standing there playing defense and threw it off his leg. So last touch by Richardson, out of bounds. Trinity basketball. Tyreek Smith reverses it. Good head fake by Isaiah Range. Ill-advised skip pass, though, and tripped up in the process is Sterling Hopkins. That was one of those inadvertent trips. Good hustle by Dominique Jackson, finally getting back on defense. And that is the second personal, as you mentioned. Maybe that earlier layup, let that one go, and that one was worth it. You know, you saved 2 points. So Pearce Richardson with the ball. And Amadi, and they reverse the ball on the perimeter. They're looking for Drew Timme cutting through. They reverse it up top for Sterling Hopkins and give it to Drew Timme near half court. Tyreek Smith defending. Gets a high ball screen, doesn't use it. Takes his defender head on. Little scoop shot off the glass is good, and where's the help defense?
There's no help at all. They're allowing him to drive from up top to the paint, direct drive.
Yeah, Tyreek Smith, I'd say it did an exceptional job bodying up and trying to defend Drew Timme, but there wasn't any help there as he got all the way into the interior of the paint. Tyreek Smith now pulls the 3, no good, but tips the loose ball. Can't get it, and they chunk it up ahead. Full court pass, lays it up and in, and Sterling Hopkins cherry picking, flying down the court, getting an easy layup for his team. He's got 6 in this quarter alone. Tyreek Smith, good jab step, turnaround jump shot, fade away, gets the kind bounce, gets the roll.
I would say bad shot, good bucket as far as scoring the 2 points. I think Tyreek is pretty much forcing the game to an extent right now. 2 ill-advised threes and now a fade away from the short corner.
Yeah, he's trying to create something, anything for his team. Drew Timme made his defender look silly as he faked the pass. Timme might have gotten away with a little push-off there. But the smaller guard trying to defend the 6'11" post at the top of the key. Not an easy task.
At all.
They feed it inside. Again, there's a little bit of help defense, but a little too late as Drew Timme
You have
Little
to
up
stand
and
your
over.
feet and wall up and allow your help side to come over.
Dominique Jackson trying to get an answer here for Trinity. Find Isaiah Range for three in the corner. No good. And Richardson dictating the pace of this game. Moving the ball around the perimeter. High arcing three. No good by Hopkins, which created a transition opportunity and a foul. Be interesting to see if this is on the shot or on the floor. And they'll call it 2 shots. So a nice strong move by Isaiah Range to attack the basket and force the hand of Richardson's defense. With 3:44 remaining here in the second quarter. First free throw attempt is no good. So Richardson still leads 20-10.
So what is that, 0 for 3 so far from the free throw line?
I believe so. Second free throw tip is good. He heard you talking. So after the made basket, again Trinity in a half-court trap. Richardson methodically bringing it across midcourt. Drew Timme, little shuffle pass underneath. He loses the handle, gets stripped inside, gets stripped again. And they'll call a foul as he's going up to shoot 2. Nice effort by Braden Brown to stay with it. Pick up that loose ball, take it straight to the basket once again. Sorry, that is the 17th foul, so it's actually going to be a 1-and-1 shooting opportunity for Braden Brown. And checking in for Trinity is Darian Maiden. Braden Brown, first free throw attempt is good.
So what are we looking at? 13-5 run so far in the second quarter.
And second free throw attempt is no good, so 21-11. Let's see if Isaiah Range can get open as they look for Tyreek Smith in the low block. They swing it, they find him. He's open. I think they should feed it to him, Coach. Range looks for Smith. They reverse the ball. Jackson for 3, way off the mark. But it's Tyreek Smith battling on the weak side boards. Can't get the putback to go. And Drew Timme secures the rebound.
Those are limited second chance points that both teams have to convert. They have to convert those second chance rebounds.
Slowing it down as Hopkins. Look to post it up with Drew Timme inside. He's keeping an eye out for the weak side defenders. Kick out 3 on the way is good. Good open look.
Him to see the passing lanes, you have to dig down and smother his line of sight.
And just sitting back, let him find Joseph Kelly, and he had way too much time on the post position, and
he was very comfortable.
He got to dictate what he got to do with the ball. Little dribble, hand up off top, good spin move, well contested shot, and the finish. Dominique Jackson is able to absorb the contact and finish. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 1. Dominique Jackson has some solid handles.
Oh, yes, so he's a pretty solid player. He can take the physical play as well as finish with contact.
So important free throw here for Trinity, unable to convert. Drew Timme secures the rebound. Now Richardson forcing the tempo a little bit. Another open 3-point look, no good. This time for Kelly. Jackson quickly the other way. Finds Isaiah. They reverse the ball up top to Smith. Smith thinking about the long-range jumper. He'll take it. Just off the back of the arm, no good.
Again,
and a loose ball foul.
Shot for Smith, and he's actually taking himself out of rhythm or allowing himself not to get into rhythm.
Joseph Kelly on the rebound. Called for that personal foul. It'll be Trinity basketball. Tariq Smith bottling up underneath. They can't get it to him. So we'll kick it up top for Dominique Jackson. He goes slashing down the lane, goes glass, and is able to convert. So he's gotten a couple back-to-back buckets for his team. Trinity Christian trying to climb back in this game late in the first half. Good ball movement again. Kelly open for three, and he gets the kind bounce. The rim has been extremely friendly to both these teams so far in this game. Smith will feed it inside to range. Turnaround jumper, rolls around the rim, no good. Ball tipped out. Nice job keeping it alive. Darian Maiden lays it up and in. So now Trinity Christian calling out man-to-man defense. Richardson trying to make the adjustment. Good switch on the screen. Deep range three is short. And here comes Trinity the other direction. We'll pull it out, and nice quick split and find. Maiden with the finish on the jumper. Great look there by Jackson with the assist.
So he's actually making plays the last 6 points.
Drew Timme will hold it. 10 seconds remaining here in the first half. He gets a high ball screen, looks to attack down the lane, and a charge called on Drew Timme. That, I believe that'll be his second personal foul. Correction, that is his first personal foul. 3 seconds on the clock. Half-court shot is up. Off the front of the rim, no good. Drew Timme reached up, might have got a piece of the net. I don't know if they will call interference. They're considering it. Official's going to talk about it. And Drew Timme getting it done in the first half. Really getting after it offensively and creating some easy buckets for his team early on. Coach Ray Wilkerson wanted to go and protest that midcourt shot, but it looked like there would be no call on that half-court shot, so officials will head into the halftime with our score 27-19, with Pearce Richardson with an early lead. And now we go to Angel with head coach Mark Johnson of Pearce Mustangs.
Angel Mendez here with Coach Johnson from J.J. Pearce. You got the Mustangs off to a great start against a really talented Trinity team. What's been your key to success in the first half so far?
Drew Timme had a big half for us. Usually when we get him touches, either in the open floor or down the block, we're usually pretty good. They got a great big too, so he's had a hard time on the block, but he's done well putting it on the floor and getting to the basket for us.
Okay, good. And what's your game plan for keeping up this pace and this intensity going into the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops on the defensive end, and hopefully we get some more opportunities scoring transition. Sterling Hopkins had a really good defensive half for us, created some turnovers. We got to shoot the ball better. We didn't shoot it well that half, so hopefully we'll shoot it better second half.
Okay, Coach. Well, thank you for your time. Good luck in the second half. All right, back to you, Brandon.
Thank you, Angel. And as Coach was talking about, Jeff, they weren't shooting a very good percentage. They did a great job in the first half of getting to the basket, but the perimeter jump shots weren't falling for them in the first half.
Well, that's a result of bad shot selection. Trinity pretty much never got a flow in the first half as far as the inside-outside game until maybe the last 2-3 minutes with Dominique Jackson actually going to the hole, getting contact, going to the line, also passing the ball under the basket for another bucket.
Yeah, Isaiah Range, Dominique Jackson did an effective job of trying to get into the basket late in that second quarter, getting Tyreek Smith involved. As you mentioned, that's part of his game from the perimeter he's trying to incorporate, but they're going to have to look to try to get him around the basket and get him some open looks inside. And on the other end, you got Pearce Richardson. They've been able to get it to Drew Timme anywhere on the court, and he's been effective in space. And
they're actually swinging the ball pretty good as far as Pearce. They're actually getting a lot of open shots, as well as Drew Timme. He's comfortable with the ball. He's actually able to look at the passing lanes to see where to pass the ball to, where's the help side coming from. So I think they have to make him uncomfortable.
That's right, and he was very comfortable, making 11 points for his team in the first half, leading all scorers. As we'll take a brief intermission here from Duncanville High School. We'll bring you more action here shortly for Trinity Christian and Pearce Richardson. And back to action now. Let's go straight to Angel. Angel.
Courtside right now with Ray Wilkerson, head coach of Trinity Christian Academy. You guys are off to a rough start today. Old Drew Timmy got his team going. What happened in the first half, and what adjustments are you guys making going into the second?
You just said it. Drew Timmy got his team going. Our team, the stage is big for them, and they hadn't stepped up yet. So we're going to see what we can do in the second half.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, sir. Good luck. Y'all finish it out. All right. Back to you, Brandon.
Thank you, Angel, and thanks to Coach Ray Wilkerson giving us a quick interview here right before the start of our second half as Trinity trails 19-27. But as he mentioned, Drew Timmy got his team going, and he's going to need some of his players to get his team fired up as well. So there's some penetration down the lane by Pearce Richardson. It looks like they will maintain possession. This ball got deflected out of bounds. I'm Brandon Key alongside Jeff Robinson. It's been a good game so far.
Oh, yes, sir, I agree. For the most part, I think Trinity has to make Richardson shoot more contested shots. Richardson is pretty much shooting almost 50% from the field, 11 for 23, and now Drew Timmy scores the first bucket, opening the second half. Yeah,
he's right back to the same form as he was in the first half, now with 13 points in the game. As now Trinity will look to feed it to their big man in the post, Smith. Good ball reversal, good skip pass, three-point try is good. Jordan Berry steps in and knocks it down, making an impact. Pearce with the ball. Post up, Drew Timmy again, and reach and slash. Fell on Dominique Jackson as he tried to kind of dig on the post player. Be interested to see. They will call it on the shot. Coach Wilkerson a little frustrated, and I understand when he was making his turn to the basket.
He was actually making a move and not going into a shot.
Drew Timmy's just that good, so they'll give him 2 free throws. First free throw attempt is good. Second free throw try is good as well. So 31-21. Richardson back with a 10-point lead. Coming with a little bit of a run and jump, half court, man-to-man, similar to what Trinity used in the first half. Nice floater there by, again, Jordan Berry, making a statement. Big baskets coming off the bench here to start the second half. Good hustle there by Trinity. And nearly a steal, but attacking is Braden Brown. Going to the basket, he'll draw the contact and go to the free throw line, shoot 2 shots.
And this will be free throws number 3 and 4 for Richardson Pearce so far in the first minute and a half of this third quarter.
First free throw attempt is no good. Yeah, and that's an important insight for them to make that adaptation as they were shooting jump shots from the perimeter in the first half. Second free throw try off the front of the iron, no good. Still 31-23. Trinity feeding it inside to Smith. Turns around, shoots, and can't get the basket to go. But good effort by Tyreek Smith. He's working diligently in the post.
And Trinity has to see that they actually triple teamed him on that post play. And so now he should know where his passes are going. And he should know where to kick the ball out to.
And that's a great point. Drew Timmy was played straight up man-to-man. And Smith did a pretty solid job defending him in the post. But interesting to see Tyreek Smith bringing 3 defenders, and he's grabbing all sorts of attention.
And so with that being said, he should know now I can get my teammates going in the flow, which would open up the floor for him because now they'll have to play close on the wing.
Brown feeds it to Timmy. Nearly got the basket to go. Caught it at the high post. Nice spin move to the basket, averting that double team. And he has proven to be a very difficult man to guard. And first free throw attempt is good. Second try is off the mark, so here we go. Trinity looking to attack. Isaiah Range finds an open man. Left it short, maybe just a little too open. Count the basket. Nice putback there by Tyreek Smith, crashing boards.
Now he's affected the game in more than one way. He has an offensive rebound, second chance point, personal foul, team foul. Now he's getting his rhythm and confidence back, scoring at the line without the clock moving.
And he is almost able to convert that three-point play. That all started from a good open look from Jordan Berry, unable to convert on the three. Here comes Tyreek Smith with the stuff, which has created a fast break opportunity for Trinity. Pull-up jump shot is good. And the putback by Dominic Jackson. And timeout, Pearce Richardson. Only now trailing by 4 points is Trinity. Exceptional job for them to work in transition. That all started by Tyreek Smith. Got the ball out in transition to Range, and Range unable to convert on the jumper, but Jackson with the putback, crashing the boards. The big three for Trinity, getting after it.
Definitely. Now Dominic Jackson is crashing on the weak side, offensive rebound. First half he was making plays for himself, creating his shot, his teammates. So he's just showing his all-around game right about now.
So a 10-point deficit nearly erased by Trinity. Some easy baskets. Making a statement on this game in the second half. Jordan Berry coming out and definitely making an impression here in the second half as well. Knocking down some perimeter jump shots, making some plays.
And again, that's their strength. Richardson Pearce swinging the ball, getting open, uncontested shots, or late closeouts.
So Brown with it. Good ball pressure there by Jackson. Reverse it back up top.
They're a very patient team.
Mate, yeah, serving the floor. Leaves it for Hopkins. Hopkins off the dribble, down the lane, uncontested, lays it up. He got a quick step on his defender, and again, Trinity struggling with that help side defense.
And on that play, they had Drew Timmy to lift. Once Tyreek followed his man up, it opened the lane up. No help, no shot blocker, layup.
What a move by Tyreek Smith. Spin move, avoiding two defenders. Just dribbling it right to the heart of the defense and laying it up and in, just too easy.
Substitution for Trinity, number 4, Jordan Cox.
Range calls out the set. Leave a man underneath it.
Jackson at the high post, goes down the lane, goes hard to the court. But here comes Drew Timmy the other direction. Finds a trailing man, pass up ahead. It was a nice finish by Braden Brown. So once again, they'll feed it inside. Kick out, jump shot off the mark. And the ball sails out of bounds. Trinity will maintain possession. Got an open look. If they reverse it, they do. It is short off the mark. Drew Timme, skies high, two-hand, strong rebound. And an outlet pass for an opportunity in transition, but stolen. Isaiah Range playing deep safety. Will take it on Drew Timme. Drew the contact, nearly got the and one. But a great job to draw a foul on Drew Timme. That'll be his second personal. Oh, excuse me, that is his third personal. So that is a very impactful possession there, especially if Isaiah Range can go to the free throw line and convert. He misses the first.
And they continue to struggle from the first half, where they were 1 for 5 from behind the line.
Second free throw attempt is good. And Trinity has definitely had their struggles from the stripe. 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Richardson able to regain a 7-point advantage. Drew Timme, the high post, little head fake, goes down the lane, absorbs the contact, goes hard to the court. Nearly took out the cameraman down on the baseline, heads up. As the 6'11" post going with a full head of steam down the lane.
And again, I feel that once Drew Timme gets the ball up top, you should squeeze in the gaps and force him to kick the ball out. Because now he has lanes to attack, and he's pretty much living at the line.
He's proven that he can finish inside, so as you mentioned, force somebody else to convert. Trinity kills the dribble and kicks it back out. Dominique Jackson reverses it to Range. And there's a short stop and pop. There's Barry off the mark. And that ball will go out of bounds. And it is Richardson basketball. Braden Brown surveys the floor. Drew Timme, little head fake, jab step between his legs, starts to back down the defender. Good help defense there finally by Trinity to help out their man.
And once they use help defense, it helps.
It does. It makes a world of a difference. I mean, to try to defend Drew Timme one-on-one, that's a difficult task. So
it's forcing him to be more of a playmaker than a shot creator for himself.
The penetration kick out. Drew Timme tries his hand at the three, knocks it down. What are you going to do, Coach? Steps out and knocks down the triple.
I mean, he's pretty much showing his all-around game.
He's getting it done.
He's driving, he's posting, mid-range, 3-ball, free throw line.
Making him work defensively, though, is Jackson, who goes glass. Drew Timme not trying to pick up his fourth personal foul, so.
And that's the best way to stop him from scoring.
That's right.
The old-fashioned way. Go at him, attack him, put him in foul
play
trouble.
Defense, that's right. Really having to work to get it across midcourt is Richardson. And the turnover down the lane. There's an opportunity for Jackson. Leaves it for Tyreek Smith, who misses the jam. And it's almost like an outlet pass to midcourt as Barry gets it blocked, but it is a goaltend. Good call by the official. Sterling Hopkins went with it off the glass and hit the glass first, and then an athletic play by Isaiah Range, trailing him in transition, stuffing it, pinning it against the glass, but a goaltend violation. Impressive athletic play, though, as Drew Timme will check out of the game. Coach Johnson will attempt to not allow him to pick up his fourth personal, as he has 3, so he'll sub him out with 1:01 remaining here in the third quarter and a 13-point advantage.
And Trinity has to take advantage of this. Every time they get within 6 points, Pearce runs right back off with the lead.
Trinity trying to get something set up offensively. A little bit stagnant here to close the third quarter. Find Jackson on the baseline. And clear out for him. The post rotates over to find an open 3 in the corner. Barry cannot connect. The loose ball rebound goes over to Kelly. And they'll slow it up and hold it for one shot. Hopkins will slow down at midcourt. Brown will reverse it to Kelly. Hopkins has it back up top. We'll reset up top with 12 seconds remaining. Look him to get a high ball screen. Here it comes from Brown. Gets it to his left. Hopkins stops and pops just off the elbow. Tyreek Smith skies high, secures the rebound. And at the end of 3, Pearce Richardson leads 45-32 over Trinity Christian. So as you mentioned, Jeff, some good basketball by Trinity. They came out playing solid. They started to cut away on that lead, and just as soon as they do, Trinity Christian falls short, and Pearce Richardson just takes a commanding lead and just shoves it right back down Trinity's throat.
Pretty much as I said earlier, once Trinity gets within 6 points, Richardson Pearce takes right back off with the lead. On the offensive end, they're pretty much overloading on the strong side. Once Tyreek Smith is on the block, they have 3 guys around him. I think you should lift him up to the elbow or move him around a little bit and actually get him to moving around, because he pretty much can face up and score within 12 to 15 feet as well as drive and attack the basket. Yes. So I think you have to move him around.
And it's interesting to note that Drew Timme has 3 personal fouls heading into this 4th quarter. It definitely would make a pretty big impact if you can go and attack him right now on these first couple possessions. Trinity Christian will start with the 4th quarter, but if you can put him into some foul trouble, Trinity Christian is more than capable of getting a big-time scoring run and try to close this 13-point deficit.
And they have to knock down their open 3 ball. Trinity has to knock those down. They were 0 for 9 in the first half.
Haven't. They've struggled there, and as they've gotten to the free throw stripe, they've also struggled getting their free throws made as well. So Jackson's been effective here from the high post, leaves it for Barry. Nearly lost his footing there. We'll reverse it up top to Range.
And Jackson has pretty much been playing well as far as playing on the post and driving to the basket. So I would pretty much play through him.
Amadi called with that hand check foul. That is only the 4th team foul and his 2nd personal. The Trinity Christian look to feed it to their big man. They run somebody short corner against this 2-3 zone. Rather maybe 1-3-1 as they really working that man on the baseline. And a traveling violation. Tyreek Smith looked to make a good post move, but got called for the travel.
And if you notice, they moved him around and got him a better look.
It did.
And he had a mismatch.
He was just unable to take advantage. He would have gotten an easy bucket there. As a nice cut by Jack Line. He's unable to convert, but secures the offensive board. Kick out for Kelly is no good. Excuse me, it was Brown on the 3-point attempt. No basket. We got a loose ball foul here. That's going against Pearce Richardson.
His 4th personal foul, 5 team fouls.
That is 5 team fouls now against Richardson. So Trinity Christian trying to cut into this deficit. Been struggling a little bit stagnant on offense. They reverse the ball well on this possession. 3-point try by Jordan Cox is good. Nice look there by Cox. Knocked down the triple. And he hustles back, plays solid defense as well. Pass, what a spin move. A little bit out of control. They reverse it. And Trinity Christian really forcing Richardson to move the basketball. They slow it down, and wise decision. They swing it. He turns down the 3 and leaves it for Drew Timme. Timme will back it out, but up by 10. You still got to be aggressive with 6:10 to play. Still a lot of basketball. You don't want to lose your rhythm or your momentum going into the 4th. As a kick out 3 is good. Amadi strokes the triple.
Pretty much Trinity is allowing them to play at their speed, at their pace. Whenever Richardson Pearce gets the ball, they slows it down. But once you see that Trinity had them kind of helter-skelter, swinging the ball around, they had no rhythm. Drew Timme brought it up top, slowed it down, gathered the team, drove, kick out, bucket.
Yeah.
You have to speed them up.
Force the tempo as they've been able to dictate the tempo here in this game so far. Good effort there by Range to try to force something. Going to the basket is Braden Brown. He attacks, and he'll get to go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Personal foul, Trinity number 0.
Foul call on Isaiah Range. And this is the 15th foul on Trinity Christian. Still a lot of time, however, at the same time, looks like the little controversy here as they hand it off to Braden Brown. He was about to shoot the free throw, but Tyreek Smith was going to switch out with somebody, so the officials come together and they're going to play on. Everybody set now? All right, let's play. Braden Brown at the free throw line. First attempt is good.
Substitution for Pearce, number 11, Mason Alford.
Mason Alford coming into the game for Richardson. That's been a big difference in the game for Richardson. They've been able to convert from the free throw line, and he knocks down both free throws for a 15-point lead. Wide open 3 look. Quick attempt, no good. And 3-on-1 fast break. The post leaves it for the point guard, and in transition, Sterling Hopkins lays it up and in from Drew Timme.
4 guys attack the basket for the defensive rebound. 4 guys in transition. 1 guy back for Trinity. Bucket.
And I think Coach Ray Wilkerson, who calls a timeout for Trinity Christian, is going to describe the same thing for his team during this timeout. You got to be frustrated with the effort Trinity Christian has brought to this second half. They seem somewhat dejected, somewhat disheartened, and that's understanding. You're down 17, but you know, you and I both know, hey, you have every capability of putting the pressure right back on Richardson and giving yourself an opportunity to get back in this basketball game.
Most definitely. Penetrate, kick, make your open shot. They've knocked down a few 3 balls this second half. Drive, penetrate, get to the lane, get to the line.
I give a lot of credit to Richardson as they have dictated the tempo of this basketball game. They've been up and down the floor. They have maintained their composure against Trinity Christian, who has really tried to force the tempo, put a lot of ball pressure on some of the guards for Richardson. But they've just been able to regain their composure. And as you mentioned earlier, Drew Timme slowing his team down, making a strong post move or a strong move to the basket, kick out 3. Getting good looks for his team.
Pretty much they've gathered themselves, as far as you said, the composure early in the first quarter. Both teams had no rhythm. Pearce gathered their rhythm, got their rhythm, and been having it consistently throughout the rest of the game.
So here with 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, they'll feed it quickly inside to Tyreek Smith, who finds an open cutter, nearly posterizing. Isaiah Range nearly posterized the other team. However, he is fouled in the process.
And I think they call that getting a body these days.
Getting a body. Solid body going to the basket. As finally they were able to feed Smith inside, and he's able to find a cutting range. That's something that has been missing from their offense so far in this game.
And they have to score when the clock is not running. From the free throw line. They have to convert those shots.
Range converts on the first, but misses the second. 52-36. Just under 5 minutes to play. Drew Timme helping break the press and finds a man wide open down the lane. Tyreek Smith, good contest. Nearly got the block, but Braden Brown uses the glass and finishes.
Again, Pearce is beating them in transition, getting behind the defense, and they're actually at the basket for an easy layup. Trinity has to get back in transition on defense.
3-point attempt on the way for Trinity Christian. No good. And a loose ball foul. This one going against number 5, Jordan Berry of Trinity Christian. And this will be the 6th team foul. So both teams will be in the bonus for the remainder of this game with 4:20 remaining. Richardson with a commanding 18-point lead. But a quick skip pass directly over to Brown. Brown kind of loses it. gets a little bit nervous seeing Tyreek Smith flying at him. Nice athletic step through, but can't get the roll. His range. And here comes Hopkins off to the races. Leaves it for Braden Brown. Can't finish, but he gets fouled in the process. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot two. And that's just been the tempo for Hopkins and Richardson today. And they've been able to make stops and quickly get the outlet pass to midcourt or even further.
Trey's been the same story all night. Trinity still seems to be out of rhythm, and there's 3:58 left in the fourth quarter. The only person that's pretty much been on rhythm has been Dominique Jackson. He's been the consistent offensive threat for them.
That's about it. Is now a biggest lead of the game for Richardson, up by 20 here late in the fourth. Good contest there. Basket no good by Jordan Cox.
You have to convert those baskets. You have to convert with contact. It's off his face.
It was. It really was. Dominique Jackson reached in and got a hold of that basketball. Looked like he gripped it almost like palmed it as the guard from Richardson was penetrating down the lane. Jack line inbounds to Drew Timme, who's been a force. They get him a good back screen, but leave it to him in the corner, and he dribbles out. It's pretty difficult when you're 6'11" and can dribble at midcourt. Tyreek Smith has a task of trying to defend him all the way out at midcourt. When you're down 20, you gotta get up, you gotta play. Pass gets deflected away. Ball gets deflected out of Timmy's hands. Nice hands by Smith. He's not afraid to come out there and defend him.
Oh, no, not at all. It's pretty much an even matchup, but tonight, Timmy's gotten Rick Smith tonight. But I'm pretty sure the next time they meet up, if and when they meet up, the story will be different.
I know Tyreek hopes so, as good penetration down the lane. Shot is contested. There's a quiet lull here in Duncanville as Richardson has taken care of business, and the man, Dominique Jackson, has commanded this offense and been maybe the most productive player for Trinity Christian, now fouls out of the basketball game. Checking in for Dominique Jackson, hats off to him, great effort. Jalen Ross will check in.
Yeah, Dominique has a pretty solid game on both sides of the ball tonight. He was going after loose balls. He's offensive rebounding, giving second chance points, being a playmaker, you know, and creating his own shot as well.
First free throw attempt is good. Second one on the way, and he converts. Still Richardson getting it done from the free throw line. 30-second timeout by Trinity Christian. Coach Wilkerson not wasting this opportunity to teach his young men how to overcome adversity here, down 22 late in the fourth, but nothing better than an opportunity to try to set something up and get your players kind of on the right track. It's never too late.
It's always a teaching moment, whether you're up by 22, down by 22, and you always have to close out the game strong. Again, whether you're up 22 or down by 22, you have to finish the game strong on both sides of the ball.
Trinity Christian will look to do that as they came up against a very difficult opponent in Richardson Pearce today, trailing by 22 with 3:04 remaining. Trinity Christian will inbound the basketball and feed it inside to Tyreek Smith. They'll feed it to the high post. And a good box out there by Richardson Pearce to secure that defensive board. Drew Timme will dribble it up uncontested. Hopkins leaves it for Brown. Gets it knocked out of bounds. And here come the substitutions for Richardson Pearce. Got number 12, Eric Davis. Number 4, Joseph Kelly, had a lot of minutes. Number 3, Cameron Owens. And hats off to this Pearce Richardson squad. as well as number 32, Bryce Johnson, inbounding to Will Bartnick. That pass is stolen by Isaiah Range. Range leaves it for Smith, who is contested there on the shot. Thought he was about to gather himself and destroy someone, but he's able to collect himself and get to the free throw line. Tyreek Smith will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw attempt is no good. And coming to the game for Trinity Christian is Darian Maiden and number 13, Maurice Washington. Second free throw attempt for Smith is good. Richardson looking to make their cuts, reversing the basketball. Good open look for 3 is just off the mark. A good long rebound secured by Bryce Johnson.
And Trinity cannot stop playing. They cannot allow them to get second chance points.
Tyreek Smith again defending on the perimeter. He's going to take it coast to coast and slam it home, putting an exclamation point here to close out this basketball game. He's defending the guard. Like I mentioned, he is not afraid to get out and play defense at midcourt. It's impressive.
At all. He's a very versatile player, very diverse, so he can play on the perimeter as well as on the post. But tonight, Timmy gave him problems.
He got after him. But for a 6'9" forward, and Tyreek Smith able to pick the pocket of the 6'1" guard. Cameron Owens looking to go to the free throw line, knocks down the first free throw. Second attempt is good. Nice job by Cameron Owens to check into the game, make an impact, and get in the box score. They look to isolate underneath to Smith. Smith gets triple teamed.
And Brandon, the fun thing about Tyreek Smith, he's only been playing basketball 2.5, maybe 3 years now. He actually got a late start. He didn't start playing until he was in 9th grade.
That's impressive, and that's something to be recognized for him to have gathered himself to become a gym rat, as you mentioned earlier on. Tyreek Smith knocking down the first of 2. He's done an exceptional job at making some big plays here in this game. It's not quite enough for his team. He will check out of the game. Jordan Berry and Jordan Cox will come back into the game for Trinity Christian.
And I think Trinity, they're pretty much in the dire need of a point guard, a true point guard. Isaiah Raines should be playing the 2. Dominique Jackson should be the wing, and Tyreek Smith playing the 4 to 5.
What a backdoor cut by Cameron Owens. Went backdoor and laid it up and in. Good contest there by Richardson. Richardson looks to bring it up quickly. They reverse it. Open look for Kelly. 3-point attempt is no good. Good hustle by both teams. Richardson will throw it away. And there's a good 3-point look by Jordan Cox. No good from the corner. Ball stripped. A little bit of contact. They let him play. Good hustle. And with just over 30 seconds remaining, Richardson with a commanding lead. Got a good opportunity for some of these young men to get some important minutes late in the basketball game. They put in work day after day in practice. It's a good opportunity for them to get in on the action, and always fun to get on the big stage and play before a big crowd. And Richardson at this time will dribble out the clock. And that's it. Our final score, 63-41. And Trinity Christian falls short, losing by 22. However, it was a tough-fought game early on in this basketball game. It came down to some sharp shooting And both teams got off to a slow start. Both really struggled offensively and couldn't really get any perimeter jump shots going, but it seemed that Drew Timme finally caught fire, and he had the rhythm, and that's what took his team over the top.
Most definitely. He was a great playmaker tonight. He was able to drive from up top, drive from the wing, short corner. He scored in various ways, and he was able to actually defend and block shots as well.
And coming out strong in the second half was Sterling Hopkins. He had a couple back-to-back steals and 3 layups to open up the second half, which had Coach Wilkerson fired up at his team, not hustling back defensively. And that, that led to third quarter collapse where Richardson just kind of took over the game at that point. But, a big testament to Richardson and how they approach this game. They dictate the tempo and really took Trinity Christian's up-tempo defense out of it.
Pretty much. And pretty much they caught their rhythm before Trinity did. And so they gave Trinity issues the whole night. Their big man, Tyreek Smith, was out of rhythm all night. Their wing player, 2 combo guard, Isaiah Raines, was out of rhythm as well. They never could find their touch. And then their main offensive threat, Dominique Jackson, ended up fouling it out.
Do you feel like Trinity Christian, if they do find somebody that can be the lead guard? I know they had some great wings in Dominique Jackson or Isaiah Raines, but if they can find that point guard, how do you see them performing a little bit better in their upcoming games?
Actually, you have a guard that can penetrate and open the floor up, and then allow Dominique Jackson to slash, to drive, and he can even post, and that will open the floor more. We have a floor general on the floor.
Right, and that help side defender, whoever's defending Tyreek Smith can slide over, and he can be right there ready for the basket.
Exactly.
I could definitely see that. The other side of things, Richardson really took care of business. Impressive player in Drew Timme, who is a 6'11" post player, only a junior. He was in strong command here today. An impressive performance. He not only gets it done from the interior, but he gets it done from the perimeter as well.
He was a problem all night from all over the floor. So Trinity had no answer for him tonight.
Now, Drew Timme had multiple possessions where he caught it at the top of the key, was able to penetrate down the lane. He was able to post up and look for his teammates open on the perimeter. But he was able to also knock down some perimeter jump shots. So, he's a tough man to guard. And even if you do foul him and send him to the line, he took care of business from the free throw line as well. So speaking of Drew Timme, our own Angel is with him now for Richardson.
Angel Mendez here with Play Hoops with my man 2019 Drew Timme, coming off a 21-point performance over Trinity Christian. What was your mindset coming in facing another dominant 2019 big in Tyreek Smith?
Just to do what I do and show everybody what I can do, and I feel like I did a good job of that.
Yeah, you did a real good job of getting your teammates involved and showing that you're actually able to bring the ball down the floor. What has that done for your recruitment as far as college goes?
It's definitely made coaches see me. It's not just a big man. I can play guard. I can do whatever. So it just really made me a more versatile big.
Very good, man. Very proud of your performance, man. Keep it up. We're excited to see what J.J. Pearce does for the rest of the year. Good luck, Mr. Timme. Yes, sir. All right, back to you, Brandon.
All right, thank you, Angel. And exciting basketball played between Trinity and Richardson. But coming up next, we have Scotlandville from out of Louisiana taking on Dallas Lincoln. So stay tuned, folks. This is going to continue to be some exciting basketball here from the 2017 Thanksgiving Hoopfest here in Duncanville, Texas. So stay tuned for more action from Play Hoops.